Hello, and welcome to this quiet moment of rest. Tonight, you are about to embark on a journey, a gentle adventure into the tranquil world of dreams. As you lie here, cradled by your bed, let yourself begin to sink into a deep, soothing, calm, leaving the day behind. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and notice how your body feels. With each slow breath, in and out, imagine yourself drifting further away from the noise of the world, like a leaf floating down a serene stream. Breathe in deeply, filling your lungs with comfort, and breathe out slowly, letting any tension melt away. Feel how your body softens, how your mind begins to quiet. As you settle in, picture yourself surrounded by tranquility. The night is calm, the air is cool, and you are safe. Each breath carries you deeper into stillness, as if you are sinking gently into a warm embrace of peace. In a moment, I'll guide you through a story, a journey set in a lush, rainy jungle. Let it unfold in your mind like a dream, with vivid sights and soothing sounds that carry you deeper into relaxation. As you listen, allow yourself to drift, knowing there's nowhere else you need to be. This story is yours, and it's time to begin. The air was heavy with the scent of rain, and the vibrant greens of the jungle stretched out before Zuri. She stood at the base of a mountain in Phuket, the tropical heat mingling with the fresh coolness of the drizzle. The path before her was narrow, winding upwards and flanked by towering trees whose leaves shimmered under the raindrops. Zuri's heart ached, though not from the climb she was about to undertake. It was an ache from years past, from the memory of a boy she'd once met here, a special boy from this very land, with eyes that lit up like the morning sun. They couldn't speak the same language, yet they shared something beyond words. They'd spent days exploring this mountain, and one evening they'd set up a hammock at the summit. It had become their special place. But life, as it often does, had pulled them apart. She never saw him again. Now, years later, Zuri had returned to the mountain, to their hammock, one last time. The journey felt both nostalgic but sad, like revisiting a favorite dream. She adjusted her backpack and began her ascent. The trail was damp and sleek, each step requiring care. The jungle was alive with sound, the steady hum and the chirping of birds, and the gentle patter of the rain on the leaves. Zuri's feet pressed into the soft earth, and she paused often to take in her surroundings. Moss-covered logs laid scattered beside the path, and vines draped elegantly from the trees like curtains. The earthly scent reminded her of home, of Tanzania, where the jungles held the same richness and vitality. Her thoughts wove between the present and the past. As she climbed higher, the sound of water became clearer. A small stream crossed her path, cascading over rocks and pooling in the depressions of the earth. She crouched to touch it, letting the cool water run over her fingertips. It was a simple moment, but it grounded her. How many years had passed since she'd met him? She couldn't recall exactly. She only remembered the way their laughter had echoed in the jungle, the way his presence had made her feel as if the world was brighter. They'd found joy in the smallest of things, the way the sunlight filtered through the leaves, or the playful antics of monkeys in the trees above. The trail steepened, and Zuri's breath grew heavier. She stopped to sip water and to let her eyes wander. To her left, the jungle thinned, offering glimpses of the islands dotting the turquoise sea below. A mist clung to the distant hills, softening the edges of the world. The rain eased, becoming a fine mist that kissed her skin. She smiled, feeling both the weight of her memories and the lightness of the moment. The climb became more challenging as the hours passed. Roots jutted out like nature's steps, but they were slippery and uneven. At one point, Zuri had to grab hold of a low-hanging branch to steady herself. A small lizard darted across her path, disappearing into the underbush. She noticed the vibrant flowers along the way, their colours popping against the greenery. Bright reds, yellows and purples, like drops of paint splashed into a canvas. Her mind wandered as she climbed. She thought about what could have been, if only she and the boy had found a way to stay in touch. Would they have grown closer? Would they have drifted apart, as life so often causes? She let the thoughts come and go like the rhythm of the rain. The trail narrowed further, and Zuri found herself ducking under branches and stepping over small streams that crossed her path. She was soaked now, her clothes clinging to her, but she didn't mind. The rain was a companion, a constant presence that made the jungle feel alive. she encountered a tree that had fallen, blocking the path. Its moss-covered trunk stretched out before her, a natural obstacle. Zuri climbed over it carefully, her feet slipping slightly on the wet bark. On the other side, she noticed the marks of other travelers, perhaps hikers who had made this journey before her. It was comforting to think that she wasn't the only one drawn to this mountain and its quiet magic. Finally, as dusk began to settle over the mountain, the trail opened up. Zuri stepped into the clearing at the summit. Her breath caught as she took in the view. The world stretched out before her, the sea glistening faintly in the fading light, and the islands scattered like jewels on a velvet cloth. The sky was painted in hues of orange and pink, the colours blending seamlessly into the deepening blue of the night. And there it was, the hammock. It swayed gently between two sturdy trees, just as they had left it. The fabric was faded, but intact, a testament to its years of enduring the elements. Zuri approached it slowly, her heart swelling with a bittersweet mix of emotions. She sat down carefully, the hammock cradling her like an old friend. As she gazed out at the horizon, memories flooded her mind. She could almost hear his laughter, see his smile, feel the warmth of his presence. It was a beautiful, aching kind of joy. She knew she would never see him again, but this place, this view, it held a part of him, of them, forever. Just as the last light of day faded into the darkness, Zuri felt a shift in the air. A sound, faint but distinct, came from the trees behind her. She turned, her heart quickening. In the dim light, she thought she saw a silhouette standing at the edge of a clearing. She couldn't be sure, but for a moment, she felt as if she wasn't alone. And with that thought, the story of the boy and the girl and their hammock on the mountain remained open, a mystery carried on in the wind.